everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great. In today's video, we are going to solve one of the most frequently asked stack interviews question, that is valid parenthesis. We will understand the problem statement, discuss the approach, perform a dry run, and write the C++ solution, and finally we will calculate the time complexity and space complexity. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So in question, given in a string and it contain the brackets, we have to determine if the given string is valid or not. So how do we know? So for that, these 3 points is given in the question. First thing is open bracket must be closed by the same type of bracket. And the second thing given that open bracket must be closed in the correct order. At last, given that every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. So in the example, you can see here the open bracket is correctly closed with a closing bracket. That's why it's giving the true. Now coming to the constant. In the constant given that s dot length, it would be from 1 till 10 to the power 4. And the parent given string only contain the parenthesis. Let's see the approach and dry run. So in the string given that the parenthesis, we have to remember or keep track the opening bracket. For that purpose, we are using the stack data structure because stack is LIFO structured. The last in first out. So last opening bracket we have visit that will keep at the top. That's why we are using the stack. So firstly, we will check the character is opening bracket or not. If it's opening bracket, then we will push into the stack. If not, it means we have closing bracket. So we have to check corresponding opening bracket is is opening bracket present into stack or not. So for that purpose, we are match with the top of stack. If it match, we will pop the top from the stack and again do the same thing. If not match, it means we have not the closing bracket in the correct manner. That's why we are returning false. If these condition not satisfy, then at last we will check is stack is empty or not. If the correct or valid parenthesis, that means stack is empty, then it will return true. If something is still stored into the stack, it means a opening bracket exists which has not closing parenthesis, then it will return to false. So let's see a dry run. Here the given string is s and the here example. So if you observe here at index 0 we have opening bracket, that's why we are pushing into the stack. After push, the stack will look like this. At index 1 we have closing bracket. If we have closing bracket, then we will match with the top of the stack. So at top of a stack, we have this bracket. So it match, then we will pop. At index 2, you observe here, we have a square opening bracket, then we will push to the stack. And coming to the index 3, we have closing bracket, then we will check is it square opening bracket present into the top of a stack or not. It match, then we are popping. Then at index 4 you see here there is a opening curly bracket, then we here you can see if we have opening bracket, then we will push into the stack. So we are pushing into the stack. Then coming to the index 5, you see here at end we have closing bracket, closing curly bracket, then we will match with the top. So yes, it's have the opening bracket with the same type. That's why we are popping the top of the stack. At last, we are checking is the stack is empty. So in this case, yes, stack is empty. Then we are returning the true. So it's a valid parenthesis. Now go to the code. So here in line number 4, I'm declaring a stack. Now I'm going to traverse the each character of given string and check is the character is opening bracket or not. If it's satisfied, then I'm pushing into the stack. If this condition not satisfied, it means we have closing bracket, then it will go to the else part. In else part, we are checking. We have to check with the top of stack. So firstly, check with the stack top. We have to check is stack is empty or not. If it's empty, then we cannot compare with the top. So this is the edge case. For that's why I'm checking is empty, then I'm returning false. If this condition not satisfy, then I'm checking is the current character is closing bracket and the top is opening bracket. If this condition satisfy, then I'm popping. Same same thing I'm doing with the curly bracket and the square bracket. If any condition satisfy, then I'm popping the top of the stack. If this not satisfy, it means we have to return the false. At last, I'm returning the condition stack is empty or not. If it's returned true, it means we have valid parenthesis. If it's not returning true, it means we have still opening bracket which has no closing bracket. So it will return to invalid parenthesis. So let's run this code. So here all the test cases has been passed. Now coming to the time and space complexity. As you can see here we are using only one for loop. So it will go till given string size. So so this loop taking order of n. And inside this only we are checking the condition if condition. So it these condition only taking order of one time complexity. So order of n plus order of 1, it will give order of n time complexity. So final time complexity is order of n is the size of the given string. Now coming to the space complexity. So in this question we are using only the stack that is taking the space. So in stack we are storing the opening brackets only. Suppose if given string might be look like this type of. So in the worst condition, it will take uh, order of n space complexity. N is here the size. So in worst case, it will take order of n space complexity. So time complexity and space complexity both is order of n in this question. So and that's it for today's problem. I hope this explanation helped you understand not just the solution, but also the approach behind using the stack. If you find this video very helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts or your doubts in the comment below. Your feedback really motivate me to create more DSA content. Feel free to share your video with your friends and colleagues who are preparing for the coding interview round. That's thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next DSA problem. Until then, keep practicing and keep learning.